Throughout my pilot career, I've been able to fly many different turboprops. The next one's going to be the Kodiak. Chattanooga, Tennessee to Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Here we go. Watching the NG.
Absolutely, there you go.
To low idle.
You'll hold it down until you get 52% NG. That is minimum idle.
Roger.
Then you can release it.
Releasing.
Excellent. And she's coming up, a little yellow range there. You just want to make sure it settles outside of that yellow range, otherwise it needs a little prop adjustment. Oh good, you can start it. That's easy enough.
That wasn't too bad.
Chattanooga Tower, ATIS information, Juliet, 1853 Zulu. Wind 060 at 5, visibility 10. Sky condition 4,900 scattered, 6,000 scattered, 15,000 scattered. Temperature 30, dew point 17, altimeter 3010. Expect the visual approach, landing departing runway 20. Read back all hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact, you have Juliet.
Alright, we have information, Juliet.
We sure do.
Chattanooga clearance, Kodiak 193 Kilo Quebec. We got IFR to Fort Lauderdale. We have Juliet.
Kodiak 193 Kilo Quebec. Chattanooga clearance cleared to Fort Lauderdale Airport via Chattanooga 5 departure, then as filed. Climb maintain 5,000. Departure frequency 125.1. Squawk 1112.
Kodiak 3 Kilo Quebec is cleared to Fort Lauderdale via the Chattanooga 5 departure and then as filed. Maintain 5,000. 1112 on the squawk. 125.1.
Kodiak 3 Kilo Quebec, read back correct. Advise ready taxi. Information Kilo will be coming out shortly.
Kilo Quebec will advise ready taxi, thanks.
You got the squawk. Cool, you got the
1112 set up.
Chattanooga ground, Kodiak 193 Kilo Quebec is at Wilson, ready taxi active.
Kodiak 193 Kilo Quebec, Chattanooga ground, runway 20, taxi via hotel. Cross runway 15 at hotel.
Kilo Quebec, we're going to 20 via hotel. We'll cross runway 15 at hotel.
For the quick flash of the taxi light, let her know we're ready to go.
That'll start her rolling. It's a semi-cast-ring nose wheel. It's real nice taxi ground.
Kodiak 3 Kilo Quebec, I'm about to put out an information Kilo. Would you like me to read you the weather or just advise when the information is broadcasting?
Kilo Quebec, we'll advise when it's broadcasting.
Roger.
And we're cleared hotel.
Correct. Hotel up to 20. Cleared across 15.
15. It's pretty interesting for me because I've got thousands of hours in Cessna Grand Caravans. So
yeah.
The first time flying in a Kodiak here, I'm pretty curious to see the differences.
Good. That's exactly what I'd like to hear because I'm curious myself.
All right, you're here to runway 15, clear to the left, and clear to the
clear
right.
across.
Kodiak 3 Kilo Quebec, verify you have Kilo now.
3 Kilo Quebec has Kilo.
3 Kilo Quebec, roger. Contact there, 119.3, good day.
All right, holding short of runway 20, we're going to go over to tower.
Kodiak 193 Kilo Quebec, Chattanooga Tower, you ready to go? I got a few inbounds lined up, so it might be a minute.
3 Kilo Quebec, we're ready to go now.
Kodiak 3 Kilo Quebec, roger, wind is 050 at 4, runway 20, clear for takeoff, traffic 5 mile final.
3 Kilo Quebec, clear for takeoff, runway 20.
All right, clear. Take off runway 20,
Take off runway 20, got you in high idle, got your flap set for you. Forward takeoff. Yes, trimmed. 2 3.
Tower, Skyhawk 3240 Lima.
Could bring it up to ITT of about 7:30 for today.
07.
7:30 on the ITT?
7:30. Yeah, I'm betting it'll torque or temp out before it torques out, so 7:30 is good.
40 Lima, roger.
Excellent.
And takeoff power is...
Control 11 X-ray, if you could, keep the dog leg to final and keep your speed out of traffic.
Very nice. Alright, at this way you can rotate about 65 knots.
Alright.
Be ready to fly.
There's our rotation speed, a little pressure on the yoke. She likes to fly.
Kodiak's favorite thing. I'll do your flaps for you, 85 knots, we can bring it up to 10.
Thank you. Good view of the Chattanooga area here.
3 Kilo Quebec, contact departure, good day.
3 Kilo Quebec departure, thanks. Chattanooga departure, Kodiak 193 Kilo Quebec, leaving 1.3 for 5, 190.
Number 193 Kilo Quebec, Chattanooga departure, radar contact, proceed direct Fort Lauderdale, climb maintain 10,000.
3 Kilo Quebec, direct Fort Lauderdale, 10,000.
Number 3 Quebec, Kilo Quebec, maintain 10,000.
10,000, 3 Kilo Quebec, thanks.
Alright.
I got you set direct, you can bring the inertial separator back to normal.
Inertial separator is going back to normal. So when we hit this, we're going to watch for an increase in the torque, correct?
Slightly,
Just slightly? Alright, so we click the to normal. We'll see if it does climb. Yeah, it is climbing a little bit.
The field inside.
Yeah, how did we get direct all the way to our destination, all the way up here?
You know, I just don't know. It's something about the Kodiak. We always seem to get it.
I have a feeling that's going to change. We're cleared up to 10,000.
We sure are, 10,000. And if you want, you can keep the autopilot on, or you can fly. It's your choice.
I'd like to hand fly just a little bit,
Absolutely.
just to get a good feeling of how this thing feels.
My kind of flying too. We mentioned it's a little firmer in the controls, a little tighter in the controls.
3 Kilo Quebec, flight of 170 vector for traffic.
3 Kilo Quebec, 170 traffic.
70 on the header. Yeah, with the Kodiak, I feel how it handles, like, there's not a lot of play in the yoke compared to a Caravan. Like with the Caravan, there's a lot of more, it's a lot more loose with the controls. This is really tight.
Say that's a positive thing or a negative thing? How do you like that?
It's just something I'm not used to. It's probably a positive thing.
Difference, yeah. That's the kind of stuff I'm interested in too, because I've never touched a Caravan.
Alright, well, welcome aboard, everybody. Today we are on an IFR flight in the Quest Kodiak here with Zach. Zach, welcome aboard.
Glad so much. Good to be here.
You're having myself and everybody on board with you to check out the Kodiak. We're going to be flying Chattanooga, Tennessee down to Fort Lauderdale Executive Airport. We filed for 1,000 feet. Our flight time today, I think it's showing just under 4 hours, correct?
That's correct.
Weather en route is really nice.
Aegis 67 past.
Beautiful VFR day.
Aegis 67, Chattanooga departure, radar contact.
See some of the hills of Tennessee, and northern Georgia.
Touch and go. Aegis 67, roger, turn left heading 09.
It's always nice getting out of South Florida because there's no hills down there.
Nope, it's all flat. I grew up in Florida, so that's all I've seen. What are your initial thoughts on the Quest Kodiak?
So far, I like it. It's the engine's real smooth, and it's pretty quiet.
Kilo Quebec, contact Atlanta Center 133.1. Take care.
3 Kilo Quebec, Atlanta Center 133.1. Thanks much. Atlanta Center, Kodiak 193 Kilo Quebec, leaving 6 for 10,000.
193 Kilo Quebec, Atlanta Center, the Atlanta altimeter 3078 off higher 4 inches smaller.
08, 3 Kilo Quebec.
Another thing that I like about this airplane, the air conditioning system is amazing.
04, Atlanta Center, go ahead.
All the nice vents gives you a real good, nice, cool air conditioning.
It sure does. It is
thank you. The Chattanooga altimeter 3078.
Amazing air conditioning.
193 Kilo Quebec Center.
3 Kilo Quebec.
Yes, sir. They're not going to be able to accept you over the top of Atlanta today, so I'm either going to need you to I guess the step one, I need you to decide if you want to go west of the Atlanta area or you want to go east of the Atlanta area.
Go east.
3 Kilo Quebec, we'll go to the east.
And now 3 Quebec, Roger, I'll have a new reading for you in just a moment.
Alright, there we go. As expected, we are getting our new routing change. It usually does happen. You'll get, sometimes the controller will give you direct to fix way down the route when you have a long flight like this, but once you get to the next controller, they will then eventually
adjust you. Yeah, they just want you outside of Atlanta.
Adjust you onto a route.
Alpha Hotel November, then direct Fort Lauderdale.
Alpha Hotel November, then direct Fort Lauderdale, 3 Kilo Quebec.
Alright, so we'll go direct Athens at this time, and then we'll expect direct Fort Lauderdale after that. Alright, left turn, direct Athens.
What kind of places have you taken caravans to?
Usually I fly the caravans
3751,
throughout all the Caribbean and the Bahamas, and sometimes we'll fly them around Florida in different charters.
Air 1 out of 3 Kilo Quebec, climbing K1 1000.
3 Kilo Quebec 1000.
1000, cleared up to our cruise altitude. It should keep us above any of these lower lying clouds.
Have you ever done any seaplane flying down in the Caribbean? That sounds like the dream.
I have not, but that would be a bucket list item for sure.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
Alright, so we're going to put our autopilot on. We're in nav mode. We're in the altitude with the VS mode of about 800 feet a minute. And we'll get the yaw damper on. We'll and are in the autopilot.
George will take over for us. Thanks, George.
Oh, we can sit back and relax.
It sure can.
Contact the limit center 125.902.
Alright, the autopilot is capturing our altitude.
When you're ready, once you build some speed, you can pull the RPMs back to 2,000. It's got a nice little detent here.
Okay, we'll do that right now.
Alright.
Alright, so what we're going to do here, guys, is we want to pull the prop RPM back to 2,000. So see this started to fall back? We're just pulling back on the blue lever.
Information contact at land approach now.
It's your prop RPM.
126.907.
Pull it back. Prop RPM drops. We'll adjust that to get it right around 2,000.
Contact the land center on 1. Make it 124.5. 124.5.
Alright, we're at our cruise altitude of 1000, just deviating to the northeast of Atlanta's international airspace. This flight is pretty special for me. Throughout my pilot career, I've been able to fly many different turboprops. I've never flown a Kodiak before, so thanks to the Banyan FBO at Fort Lauderdale Executive Airport, they've asked me to maybe either Kodiak for demo flights, which I'm pretty excited to do.
It's a fun airplane to fly.
Zach, what's your background in aviation?
I started flying in high school, did some flight lessons at a Cessna Pilot Center in Sarasota, Florida. I stopped flying there once I decided where I was going to college. I went up to Embry-Riddle to do all my training, primary through CFI. Instructed there about 2 years, and I wasn't liking the airline realm. 121 flying just wasn't for me. So I started looking around and got set up with these guys in Wichita that are Quest Kodiak dealers, as well as operators of a Quest Kodiak for a Part 91 flight department. So that's what I do now.
It's your full-time job?
That's my full-time job.
I know the viewers like to always see the different routes to take in aviation to make careers out of besides an airline.
8 miles,
this is more set up for me, more laid back in operation, and allows me to be home every night. Just got married 2 months ago, so it's nice to be home.
Gives you a good quality of life.
Absolutely.
Myself also, I have never chosen to go the airline route. I flew from some regional airlines at the very beginning to build up my time, but then I decided to go more corporate and private flying for different companies.
Good.
Oh, perfect. 1904.
What kind of aircraft have you flown since then, since you started?
I started off, well, I got out of the Coast Guard, and I got a letter from the Coast Guard saying if I didn't use my Montgomery GI Bill, which is they pay for some schooling, I was going to lose the benefit. So I decided to take flight school, go to flight school, and get my pilot license to use the Montgomery GI Bill. I didn't even think I was going to do it for career.
Sure.
After I got all my ratings, I realized, this is a lot of fun. So I figured let's go try to make this a career. I got a call from a company that was hiring out of Fort Lauderdale International. They were hiring co-pilots flying Fairchild Metroliners. So that was my first job. And I flew the Fairchild Metroliners for around 1,000 hours. And then I switched over to flying Saab 340s for another 1,000 hours. And I realized I had a lot of co-pilot time, second command time, but I needed PIC time.
You're looking for the PIC, I bet.
Therefore, I then decided to go fly Caravans and King Airs as a captain for a charter company out of Fort Lauderdale Executive, where we're going today.
Sure. And
I did that for a couple years. And then from there, I went to fly for a private company flying a TBM 700, which we've upgraded to a T50.
Ooh, beautiful airplane.
Ever since then. And I've also continued to fly Caravans as a part-time job for a yacht club in the Bahamas. So my whole route throughout my whole career has also been private and different local companies.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
It's like you said, a really good quality of life.
Did you like the Metroliner? That's quite an old bird now.
Metroliner was probably my least of the favorites.
Yeah.
It served the purpose of getting
It just looks like
hours.
a steel tube with, well, everything is.
It has the big Garrett engines, which are very loud, and there's no autopilot, so being the co-pilot, you are the autopilot. Yeah. All right, this airplane, the Kodiak here, has got the G1000 system in it. I'm going to show you guys something pretty cool. Look at this. It's the, what is this called, the highway in the sky?
That is correct, the data pathways.
You can see it overlays the data pathways of where you're supposed to, or where you're supposed to be flying. Pretty cool.
November 193 Kilo Quebec, contact LS Center on 121.35.
121.35, 3 Kilo Quebec, Atlanta Center. Atlanta Center, Kodiak 193 Kilo Quebec of 11000.
193 Kilo Quebec, Atlanta Center, Roger, Atlanta altimeter 3008.
083 Kilo Quebec.
And I'm very excited to announce this month, I'm going to be giving away, thanks to Bose, a brand new Bose A20 Bluetooth aviation headset.
That's awesome. Someone's going to be real proud to get that.
Be sure to go over to stevo1canevo.com for details on how to win that. And also, on November 18th at the Banyan Pilot Shop at Fort Lauderdale Executive, Bose is going to come down and we're going to do a meet and greet at the Banyan Pilot Shop November 18th. They'll be also giving away some cool pilot swag, so be sure to stop by the Banyan Pilot Shop November 18th. Alright guys, we've been sitting here for a while now. We just went past Merritt Island. We have an Air Force base actually off the left here. And if we take a look down here at our ETE, 1 hour to Fort Lauderdale Executive Airport. As everybody knows, 1 hour ETE is coffee time.
3 Kilo Quebec, I'm to the route advice, ready to copy.
3 Kilo Quebec, ready to copy.
Okay, 3 Kilo Quebec, clear direct Pahokee, Papa Hotel Kilo, going Victor 437 to the Brickell intersection, Bravo, Romeo, India, Kilo Lima, direct Fort Lauderdale Executive.
Kodiak 3 Kilo Quebec, we're going to Pahokee, and then Victor 437 at Brickell, and then Fort Lauderdale Executive.
Kodiak 3 Kilo Quebec, contact Miami Center 132.25.
3225, 3 Kilo Quebec. Center Kodiak 193 Kilo Quebec, 10,000.
November 193 Kilo Quebec, Miami Center, descend and maintain 8,000. The Vero Beach altimeter to 994.
994, 8,000, 3 Kilo Quebec.
Alright, so we started our initial descent. We're out of 0,000 for 8,000. As you can see, we're going down 500 feet a minute. The routing now is Pahokee, and we're going direct Brickell is the airway, and then over into Fort Lauderdale Executive. And we're going to expect runway 9er. A good view of the coastline off there to the left. Sun is starting to set lower in the sky off to the west.
Sure is.
And a nice smooth flight so far.
3 Kilo Quebec, descend and maintain 3,000.
3 Kilo Quebec down to 3,000.
Dew clouds at 4,800, 6,500 scattered, temperature 290, dew point 23, altimeter 290 under 1. ILS low class runway 9 approaches in use, landing and departing runway 9 and 13. Time it's an old short instructions. Advance punish contact, you have Aviation information, Juliet.
Alright, we have information, Juliet. Put the shoulder harnesses on here. You kept yours on.
I sure did.
We're ready to go to work.
Approach Kodiak 3 Kilo Quebec has Juliet.
3 Kilo Quebec, Roger, contact Miami, approach 126.05.
126.05, 3 Kilo Quebec. Miami, Kodiak 193 Kilo Quebec, 3,000.
Number 193 Kilo Quebec, Miami approach, order information, Julius, current altimeter is 290.1 at Fort Lauderdale Executive, expect the ILS 189er.
3 Kilo Quebec, we have Juliet, let's expect ILS 9er.
Alright, we already have the ILS all set up. From earlier, we briefed it.
There you go.
Right now we're right over the Florida Everglades.
And it is beautiful out there this evening.
You go down here, we'll either get eaten by an alligator or a python.
I choose neither.
Hopefully we don't go down. Actually have a big practice area right out here in front of us, where there's a big practice area right here you can see. That's actually where I did a lot of my maneuvers when I learned to fly.
Number 193 Kilo Quebec, descend and maintain 2,000, fly present heading back to the ILS.
3 Kilo Quebec, down to 2,000 vectors for the ILS.
Alright, so down to 2,000.
43, contact Miami Center, 132.45.
Going to VS it.
250 knots.
3245,
we're going to go into heading mode because he wants us on present heading.
That's correct.
G1000 is nice. I really like the setup of it. Nice spot here. I like the spot here I have for my iPad with ForeFlight too. It's really a good spot. Doesn't block any gauges on the Kodiak. and I can see my approach plate and everything real nice with it.
Yeah, the approach overlay is real nice. Very natural.
I don't know if the camera can see, it shows our little airplane superposed.
162, contact
Coming
landing
in.
center 132.45.
For the ILS.
3245, Springs.
Really hard to get lost nowadays with technology that's out there.
Such great situational awareness from the multifunction display. Hard to get lost, yeah.
Actually, it looks like we have a rainstorm.
A little bit of
just
precip.
to the south of where we're going to be coming. Yeah, there's some showers right to the south of the airport.
There sure is.
What fun would it be if we did this whole flight and we came down and it was a nice VFR landing? Let's throw a little ILS with some storms in there.
Definitely adds a little bit of fun to the first Kodiak landing, right?
I know, right?
Number 193, Kilo, Quebec is 5 miles from pass. Turn left heading 120, maintain 2000 until established and localizer. Cleared ILS runway 9er approach.
3 Kilo, cleared ILS runway 9er approach 120, 2000 until established. Alright, awesome. We have vector to intercept the final approach course. Good.
Now we'll go into approach mode. Well, right now we're watching for the localizer to come in, and
We sure are.
watching for the airplane to capture that. We're about 3 miles to pads where we're going to intercept the glide slope. Alright, there the airplane is turning on localizer. That's what we wanted to do.
Number 193, Kilo, Quebec, contact Executive Tower 120.9er.
3 Kilo, Quebec, tower. Tower Kodiak 193 Kilo, Quebec, ILS 9.
Kodiak 193 Kilo, Quebec, Executive Tower, runway 9er, clear to land.
3 Kilo, Quebec is cleared to land, runway 9er.
Runway 9er. So we have our glide slope coming in, one dot above.
Not above.
And our first notch of flaps, we just have to be 138 knots. So we're under that, so we're going to go first notch of flaps.
Banyan calling, say the call sign.
Out of the airplane, we wanted to
357, tower.
capture the glide slope, which it has.
And 357, proceed to Bravo.
We do have one rain shower just to the south of the final approach course here. Well, should be no factor.
Right now,
It's actually pretty cool, and you have this, what do you call that? The boxes that show you right where you're supposed to be going?
Pathways.
The pathway
yeah,
on the,
it's great for situational awareness. You know right away if anything's going on off.
Right where we're
where it
supposed to
should
be.
be.
Delta, second tower, no left downwind, runway 9er.
Left downwind.
Alright guys, I just got to make sure I grease this landing in. First time flying this thing.
Contact my departure tonight.
That's the flight over here.
You just have to be under 120 knots to go to flaps 20.
It's a great spot for the torque.
Around 500.
Yeah, just under 500.
Alright, flaps 20 set, and also looking, indicating.
Nicely done, indicating.
Right there's about 500 feet to minimum, so we can already see the runway, so we're good.
Right in sight.
I'm actually going to disconnect the autopilot and just get a little feel for hand flying,
Good, it's
since
great.
this is my first time.
It's a great time for it.
Alright, autopilot is disconnected, and we're going to go full flap.
500.
Full flap set, and indicating.
One by Charlie, shoreline right downwind, 9er.
And it's a lot tighter on the controls compared to caravans.
To get away from the clutch, Charlie.
One by Charlie, welcome.
Looking good.
Real good. Two whites, two reds.
It's always a nice time of the day to be right when you can.
It is. It's pretty outside and everything.
Make short approach runway 9er, clear to land, wind 030 at 13.
A little bit of a left cross.
Short approach 9er, clear to land, 92 Delta.
Twin 71 Mike Charlie, spin down, I'll call base number 2.
And the downwind, we're on the base 1 by Charlie.
Check tower, medevac helicopter 911 Papa Bravo. Medevac helicopter 911 Papa Bravo, second tower. Yes, sir, level at 1,200, Pompano dump, transition north to south.
Alright.
Not too bad for my first landing.
And it brakes. Not bad at all.
Request? Pompano dump, sample in 95, transition south at 1,200.
Kodiak 3 Kilo Quebec, where you park?
Kilo Quebec, we're going to Banyan.
Kodiak 3 Kilo Quebec, turn right November, cross 13 to Banyan, good night.
Right, November, cross 13 to Banyan. Thanks so much.
Alright,
So it says 1 Mike Charlie, Cherokee's turning a left base, close to the left base.
Alright, quick clean up lights, I got flaps for you.
Alright, looking for 1 Mike.
And low idle. That'll help your speed arrest a little bit.
and here's November. Clear to the left and the right on November. Plus 13.
We're clear.
And we're going to be going into Banyan. To give a big thank you for Banyan for bringing me on board to be able to fly this Kodiak. Thanks, Zach, for having me. Appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. Also, click subscribe if you want to see more of those videos.
Medevac 1 Papa Bravo traffic ahead.
Marshall here, his hand instructions.
Right wing is clear.
Right base 1,000.
Turn off the taxi lights so we don't blind them.
Appreciate that.
Alright guys, hope everybody's doing good, and we'll talk to you again someday soon.